Boys, welcome back, baby. You're watching the most talented man out there. Listen, guys, what we're doing in today's video and moving forward, we're fucking back. We're gonna do daily fucking uploads. Now, with these daily uploads, though, things are gonna be changing a little for the most part. It's all of it's gonna have to do with trading. So what we're doing in this video is we're doing a little bit of weekly overview, weekly analysis, seeing what's gonna come into the markets this week, anything that we can really look for, and then on a daily basis, obviously Sunday night through Thursday night, or I guess Friday, we're going to be doing trade recaps, etc., and then anything in between, pretty much talking about risk management, strategy, all the good stuff. So let's get straight into the video, man. Today, let's overview all my pairs. I pretty much, guys, stick to majors, and then that's about it. I have Bitcoin on here and GJ, obviously, but for the most part, I just trade major pairs. So doing top-down analysis, Euro USD has been very, very bullish as of these last couple of weeks for the most part, or not weeks, sorry, like the last week I would say, just because we've been absolutely pushing. But what I'm seeing, man, is that this is just going to continue to go to the upside. Now we could see like some kind of liquidity grab, but for the most part, you just want to go with the structure that it's holding, bro. So like I would honestly be looking to take some buys from this area and just have it be below this low. And then obviously I don't take a position unless it's a minimum like 1 to 3 risk to reward. But after, we take out this high, definitely go to break even, and then I would probably just hold. Now realistically, what would my targets be? Let's see here. So guys, I trade a lot of supply and demand, ICT concepts, smart money concepts, that I've like kind of just adjusted to, kind of adapted to my style of trading over the past couple of years. But for the most part, I can see markets happening in here. Now, obviously with this huge bullish push, we could see a pullback and retracement into these areas. But what you also have to understand, guys, and this is something that took me a really long time to realize as well, is when something is going extremely, extremely bullish and to the upside, right, like this, you don't want to think and trade like a pullback. You expect this to just keep going, to just keep pushing. The best way for me to explain this is like, this is just going to keep going forever and ever and ever, right? Obviously not, but there's no reason for me to like try to pretend like I want to take this market down into, this area of demand that it's going to have to pull back into. It will eventually do that, or maybe even come into some area over here, maybe we'll even see a liquidity sweep. But this is honestly looking really bullish. Like even on the 4 hour, bro, you can see here, we had lower low, higher low, lower low, and then boom, broke here. We pretty much broke this piece of structure, also broke that piece of structure, so I can say this is going to go up for the most part. Now, I don't think I'm going to take this position, but that's what I'm looking for on EU. USD JPY, I did not take this position. I kind of just had this marked out. Looking at the structure first, if we go to the daily so I don't confuse you guys, obviously you guys can see we are on a very bullish structure. However, we did tap into a demand area, so we could see some kind of pullback maybe into these areas to take some of this liquidity out and then continue to the downside. But even if we go on the weekly, boom boom, we are tapping into this whole area. So we could see something. But even just with this structure, what I'm really seeing, bro, and this is even one of those where when it's not really that clean, like, just go to the next pair. But what I'm seeing when I look at this is like boom, 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 boom. Obviously, boom, and then maybe even something like that. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing if we go on the monthly. That's really what's happening. So unless we break this, but for the most part, I'm pretty bullish on this pair. Obviously on the daily, it looks like we've honestly kind of already broken structure on the daily. If we look at like, market lower low, higher lower lower low, and then boom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So that's what I'm really looking for now on UJ. However, you guys can see why I had this area marked up, this green box, is because we still had this, imbalance zone or fair value gap, as most people would say, and then this demand area that I was potentially trying to take market into. So the market does still have potential to come back into here, but for the most part, what we are seeing on the daily is boom, 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 boom. So this still could come down into here, which I would like to see, honestly, and then have this shift happen. But if it does happen earlier, like in what we're seeing right now, great as well. So not really looking to take anything right now. This is still looking kind of iffy. Just going to wait on that one. GJ, very bullish, been very bullish. Actually took 2 losses this week, being very, very impatient with my setups. If you look here, the first one I took was this position right here. I obviously had like a bunch of areas. You can see that this one, boom, and then this one here that market tapped into. If we go on the hourly, I'll show you guys exactly what happened. And I was thinking, I was like, oh, okay, we saw this break, but you can see it wasn't really clean. It was on a Sunday, I believe last week when market opened. And instead of really waiting for market to break out of this kind of accumulation area, I just got in, which isn't the best. This was like a bad position, but documented it, everything along those lines. So, and then I also had this outlined as well, like simultaneously while having all of this outlined. And then what did we see happen? It came exactly into here, which was the demand zone. You can see I had the fair value gap or the imbalance zone marked out, and then beautiful shift of structure, bro. Like this would have been such a good position to take, but I believe I was sleeping when this played out. And even look, like this is kind of a bigger position, like 60 pips stop loss. I don't think I would ever have that big of a stop, but it is GJ. But like a 5 to 1, bro, just like that. Obviously, profit target being at the highs here. And then yeah, bro, like even just if you go on the lower time frames, just looking at like anything else we would have seen, even coming into here, like if we would have just went, yeah, boom, boom, obviously, boom, and then boom, we could have had something like this even here or here, but it probably been like here. And that's even 30 pips, bro. And look, 10 to fucking 1. Just let this shit play out. And then, yeah. So this was a really good position. And then same thing happened here. So I got into the market really early last week because I saw this push and the shift in structure. And with GJ, what I've noticed is we push really fucking hard. Like we really do push hard, a lot of momentum, a lot of the times. And so that's what I was kind of expecting. You can see here with these positions. And we had this 1 hour accumulation happen. And I always like to say like first come, first serve. And so I was thinking market tap into here and then we broke this high. I was like, great, we're moving. But then market kind of played around the whole time, shifted structure, came back and tapped into this area for good reasoning, man. If you look at this entire thing, we had like this whole thing here that we needed to come back into and tap, and then we also had this imbalance zone. So that's what we did. So now realistically, what's gonna happen is you can see either something like this, but kind of market tapped into this. And what are we seeing? Like, and you guys can see how I'm just this recurring thing, how I'm doing this on every single pair, every single time frame. Boom, 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 and then fucking boom, right? So now if we wanted to take like a lower time frame position, what do we see? We see market tap into this area right here. It's sort of been beautiful as well. Looking at like a 20 pip stop loss, and then boom, like a 4 to 1, 3.9 to 1. And if we go on even lower time frame, you guys can see how we have this shift of structure happening. So you'd be willing to even do something like this. Have this come back into this area right here. Boom, take this position right here and just watch this play out, right? So this is realistically something that I would look to take today. It's 3-1, obviously. I really like this. And really just have to take these highs because market on the daily, bro, is this looks kind of nasty, so I'm gonna clean it up just real quick for you guys. Because you guys can see like this shift that's happening. Because I was really where is it at? I was really bearish after we broke this and market came and tapped into here. I even have this in like my Discord. But looks like market didn't do that. And we started to push higher. And so now I'm just really bullish on the pair. Yeah, because even on this, bro, you can see boom, boom, boom. We're going to continue higher. But that's GJ. This pair, NZD, USD, not really liking anything here. You know, we just took out like a lot of liquidity here. Unless we created equal lows to target. Maybe we did create equal lows. Yeah, we might have created equal lows. So realistically, like something I would look for is like market coming into here. So something like this. Bing, bing. Like that's realistically what I could see happening with this player. Obviously on like lower time frame. On the daily, we are currently pushing into this supply zone to then push down is what my analysis, but don't really like this right now. Gonna wait for this to push into those areas before trading because I already was looking to go bearish from here, but this whole thing is like sideways even. I don't want to trade that, but we did have this, or I don't need to use that. We already got one right here that I was like, oh, tapped into that. We're gonna push lower, but we're pushing a little higher and then probably gonna go to the downside. Now, GBP USD, this is looking pretty good for some buys right now. I can't even lie. This structure looks very much sideways. I don't like it at all. But that's on the weekly. When we do go to the daily, it's pretty clear, you know, what's going on. Like if we just look, for the most part, keeping it really simple. Boom, 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 boom. And realistically, I think we are pushing into, on the weekly, I saw we had this. We got this imbalance zone, the supply zone, really looking to probably push into there. And then on the daily, what do we have? You guys can see here. Let me just get rid of this to make it really clear. Looks like we took some liquidity here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so we swept some liquidity here. Then we pushed higher. Just get the money. Let me get the money though. So we swept some liquidity. We pushed higher. Came into here. Pushed higher. I believe we might have swept. Yep, we swept some liquidity. Tapped into this area. So we swept this. Pretty much like all of this. Dun, 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 dun. But like this is, I hate when the charts look like this. But you guys can see. So either now, what's happening, and reminder on the daily, we're still very bullish. On the 4-hour, we're very bullish-ish, right? It's really not clean. But for the most part, what I think is happening and what we would be looking for is something like this, right? This is very fucking not clean, but for the most part, like something like this is happening where we're either seeing the shift literally play out right now, but I'm not going to trade until like we see this break to the upside a little more. Or what we could see happen is obviously this, and then maybe come back into here or continue into here, and then you know, see that break and then continue to the upside because we could still come. Let's see here. 2 hour, yeah, like you guys can see this. Boom, 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 boom. But then on the 4 hour and things along those lines, you have to understand we're already in the zone, so we could already be moving to the upside. So realistically, like even something like this wouldn't be bad. Obviously, highs is a 3 to 1. You know, just target these areas. But with that being said, this is why I like doing top-down analysis, bro, and trading this way is because when you can get those lower time frame entries and really just have those higher time frame take profits and biases, you can catch some great fucking risk to rewards, bro. I've been doing this forever, and this is how I've always been able to like really catch like high risk to reward trades. But really depends on how you manage the trade, how the market is moving, like, and reacting accordingly. Obviously, taking profits at certain levels. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at. GBP USD, AUD USD. Um, let's see here. It looks like we're moving. We're bullish right now, but don't really like this because yeah, I just don't like this. And that's the thing. When I don't like something, I'm just not gonna trade it. But we are bullish. You guys can see the structure playing out. Looks like we just swept some liquidity and we're going to push it upside, but it's not in a place where I really want to take a trade. This, however, looks like we are just off the top of my head. This is what I'm seeing. Boom, 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 boom. But that was really quick. Let's see here. You see, I don't even like this, man. This just doesn't look clean. Market is literally just going sideways. Like I don't like this is what you want to stay away from. Like I hate trading things like this. So I wouldn't even be really looking to play with this, but yeah, nah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all, man. I ain't gonna fuck with it though. And then USD CHF though, let's look at the though. So I really like this. I really like doing this right now. You guys can see I was kind of already fucking with EB though. So boom, boom. Now the only thing I really need to evaluate right now is maybe the weekly and see what we're doing. So, mm, mm, mm. So this one's a little, from what I'm seeing, a little different because I do think we are still bearish, but keeping in mind, you guys can see we might have to have market push a little higher into this weekly supply before coming down, or even because we have this big push, we could technically still be bullish because we essentially have this, and then this, right? But that's without really zooming out. We're kind of like in this sideways market, but again, this on the weekly. So I'm just going to look at the daily. And on the daily, this is what I'm seeing. But on the weekly, if we can kind of put this block right here. My charts might be a little dirty, guys, because they're still like heavily marked up. I'll clean them up here probably tomorrow, but for now, I just want to make this video. I'm going to be posting every single day. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so it looks like we tapped into here. We might push higher into this weekly supply, but for now, I'm still very bullish, obviously, on the daily, and then I would be looking to target these areas just because we have this imbalance area that never was tapped on the daily, and this demand zone. And then this is really dirty, but you guys can see, boom, this swept liquidity push to the downside. Maybe even come push into here, and I might, I think I like this a lot actually. This is something that I probably will be looking for really well, where you guys can see we're kind of like playing with this. Boom, 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 and then boom, what this dude's gonna come and tap into here, both on the weekly, both on the daily supply, and then we're gonna see that fucking shift. and we're going to catch an absolute massive position to the downside with targeting here with the fucking 10 to 1 with the 25 pip stop loss. But anyway, these are just biases. This is just really what I'm looking for, identifying in the market right now. And then Bitcoin, I'm not really gonna look at this right now, but you guys can, same shit, man. If you can read a chart, you can read what you guys think Bitcoin is gonna do. If we look at this real quick for all my jits, man, probably what's gonna happen is I'm gonna tap into this level. Where that though is my polyptan. Oh, is we're gonna do this, boom, boom, and then probably go from there. But who really knows? Who really knows? We'll see. We're still bullish. I would definitely short this, but I don't even really like this price action though. But yeah, guys. So that's kind of like my weekly outlook right now. You guys can see how I just quickly went through everything and ballered it out. But yeah, man. So, guys, before I end off this weekly analysis or this like run through analysis, want to kind of tell you guys what's in plan, bro. What I'm gonna be doing moving forward every single day because I haven't really been that active. Things are shifting in perspective in the channel. So, guys, the plan is I'm going to be posting every single day moving forward. As I said at the beginning of this video, trade recaps, anything really trading related, okay? Within the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to take over the fucking trading space, all right? Going to become a fucking icon in the space, man. You know, the goal with this stuff is I wasn't really going to post any of this stuff because you don't really need to. Like with trading, man, you don't need a post to make money. And that's why I've been so on the fence for a lot of you guys that have been wondering like where I've been. I've been so torn on the fence of like, okay, I don't really need to post about this stuff, so what's the point of really coming on here? But then on top of that, like building my brotherhood, which I will still be doing, but this is going to be the main focus. And obviously we'll still have time to do the other stuff. But for the most part, this is the forefront. And the reason I'm going to posting every single day about trading in specific is because this is just going to basically consume my mind and allow for me to consistently be in ways of review and just involved in the market, basically, even if we're not trading. It's like all I'm talking about, all I'm doing. And like I can pretty much guarantee success at that point, bro. Literally with anything. That's kind of why I just said, guys, I've been so at war with myself. Maybe you guys have seen my previous video where I'm like, I've been bouncing way in between like two things I really want to commit to, and which one I want to do, what I want to be known for, because I'm very confident in my abilities. I've made money in both businesses, in both of the things that I was really juggling, and like I've seen numbers and all these things, and it's just like, which one do I actually want to do? And so made the decision, obviously, with this is what's happening. And so that's what we're going to do, boys. Trying to figure out if there's anything else I want to say. Not really. I'm going to be on top of what I just said, that the posting the daily. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be also documenting a funding challenge here shortly. Probably going to be doing either 100K or 200K with Hydra funding. This is also a topic I'll discuss on the channel, man, because what I've noticed is just prop firms have become so shady in the last year or two, man. Like when I started trading like 4-5 years ago, if you guys go, one of my first videos on this channel was really breaking down FTMO. And when you compare it to back then in FTMO and like these new companies and their new bullshit ass rules and all this stuff and all the shady things they're doing, it's like, what has happened to the prop firm industry, man? What has happened to the trading space? And it's just complete garbage. And you see like some of the consistency rules. You see just all this stuff that's meant to really like go against you as a trader and go against you being in the favor, that I don't like it. And so it's even been hard for me to look and find a prop firm, bro, that I want to fucking trade with and like take a challenge with. That's not bullshit. That's not like, hey, if you make more than like 35% of your profits in one day, you have to like double that, or like do that across like another trading day, and that's the only way you'll get your payout. Like so much bullshit. Um, Along these lines, where it was even in my mind, like, is it even worth fucking trading prop firms anymore? Of course it is. But I found a prop firm. I found a couple actually, but one of them is hydro funding. It's probably what I'll go with. I've been watching the founders as well on YouTube. Like literally, you can see right here. But we'll be documenting that, and I'm gonna be fully transparent with everything, literally with everything. If I lose for 30 days straight, I lose for 30 days straight. That is like the number one goal, is to be as transparent as possible with everything that I do here with my trading, so you guys can see the ins and outs, man. I don't want to be one of those guys that just posts his wins, doesn't post his losses. That's why I'm saying we're posting every single day, trade recaps, things around the subject, psychology, all of that, all of that. And then that way you guys will be able to stay involved, man. So with that being said, boys, that's pretty much all I got for today. If I got anything else, we'll put it in tomorrow's video, because we going to be uploading every single fucking day. So for now, love you boys as always. Hopefully you guys took something valuable from this video, saw how I broke down my pairs. It's really just how I look at the market, and simple structure, simple trading strategies, I guess, just supply and demand, smart money concepts, bro. Been doing this for fucking years. If you guys want more background on me and my trading, literally, as I said, just scroll back on this YouTube channel. But yeah, with that being said, boys, I will see you in the next video. Let's get it, man.